guys.
Hello, everyone. Shocking turn of events. We're actually recording right now, and we're not on mute. We just started this video and went for about, 10 minutes fully on mute, and it was chaos.
But then we realized we were on mute, and we had to restart the entire thing.
We're a mess today. I'll speak for myself. I'm a mess today. Dirk's fine. He's normal. This dog is driving me insane. She will not leave us alone because we've got pizza sitting here. And not only is it pizza, it is the Little Caesars
Batman Calzone.
Yeah. So
for the Batman.
So we have that, and we have
breadsticks
of crazy bread, I guess it's called, and sauce, which I know some of you might remember me posting that I could drink it straight out of the cup. Dirk, what's your beverage today? I have just good old-fashioned water.
I have Sprite.
Trying to cut down on the caffeine, even though I would really like a Coke right now.
But anyway, so while we're eating this, warning, if you haven't watched the Batman, there's going to be some spoilers.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the Batman today.
There's going to be a bit of spoilers.
So if you care about spoilers, don't
click
watch.
Off now.
I don't know why anyone's watching these anyway, to be quite honest with you. But we're trying something new today. We're using Zoom on the phone instead of on the Chromebook. We've got our red light
for the Batman.
Look how pretty this back here looks too, with the sunset and everything.
Especially this red goes with the Batman.
I don't know what's happening with my hair today. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of anything that's going on with me from the head to the feet, but whatever.
So I have something to show you guys. So just today, these really cool Batman figures arrived from the Batman. This one here is the classic Batman in
full uniform,
full suit, and this one hand he's holding. I put in a batarang, and the other one he's holding a grappling hook. So really cool. And then there's the other one where he's still wearing his full suit. He's just not wearing his mask, so you can see Bruce Wayne.
Look at his boots. What's going on with his boots? It's like, oh, they bend. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, there's articulation in the feet.
Oh, that's interesting. So you could like
bend their.
Oh, see that? I don't know if you can see it. It's so dark.
You can like bend their feet like that. So it's cool. Like you can like have them stepping up things. But overall, these guys
Look
are
at that
really
handsome dog.
Overall, these guys are really cool.
These are really cool, actually. They're McFarlane toys.
They're all really good.
And they're really cool. Like, they look really good.
If you're an action figure person and you like collect action figures or just like them in general.
Yeah. Of course, we don't keep anything in the box. We take things out.
We take them out and play with them because I'm a child.
Yeah. So
I make stop motions with them.
And we let me see that one. I haven't really looked at them super good yet. I posted pictures of these guys earlier, but look at that handsome devil.
These guys are so cool, okay? But anyways,
I'm vengeance.
Oh, by the way, fun fact. Batman in the movie, in the Batman, he's not called Batman yet. People are actually like his literal name is Vengeance in this movie.
Yeah.
He doesn't go by the Batman.
Which was pretty cool, I think.
Yes.
So I think that those toys, if you are seriously though, if you really collect toys and you like the Batman and all, those are really good ones. And I think the one in full armor is a little bit hard to find right now. I got them on Amazon, but you had to, where it's not sold directly from Amazon and they give you a bunch of choices of places to buy it from, and they're kind of priced all over the place.
Yeah.
He was about $26.
That's a pretty good price.
Yeah, I mean, you would say $100 is a pretty good price. But yeah, so they're super cool though, and we'll have fun playing with them. Also, Team Edward. Also, let me just get this off of my chest also. So you're not aware of this because you're a 10-year-old boy, but many years ago, the actor that played the Batman was in a movie called Twilight. That people you've watched it. Well, sort of.
Sort of.
You've been in the room.
I've been in the room, then go out, play a video game, come back in, watch like a minute of it, go back and play.
It's not really aimed towards you. But anyway, people like we're kind of weird about the fact that Robert Pattinson was going to be playing the Batman because he was in a movie called Twilight a million years ago, like 15 years ago. And like, it's really annoying to me that people are calling him emo Batman because they're showing his black makeup, right?
Because like, I mean, if you think about it, that only makes sense. All the other actors, Batman actors, pretty much wear eye makeup, just like take it off when they're about to take off.
Which doesn't make any sense because if you're wearing makeup, it doesn't magically disappear when you take your hat
off. So they made it more realistic because he would put eye makeup on to cover his entire face.
So stop calling him emo fucking Batman.
It's Batman. Call him Batman.
All right.
So vengeance. Or vengeance.
Sure. Or Bruce Wayne.
Or Bruce Wayne.
Also fun. So spoiler alert. Bruce Wayne is the Batman. Okay.
It's not like everyone knew that.
No. Maybe some people don't. All right, so we have this Little Caesars Batman Calzone. Let's see if we can get a look at it here without wrecking things up too bad.
It's basically a Batman-shaped pizza with calzone up here.
Their shaping of the Batman is a little sus.
Is he?
But
it looks more like blob.
It looks okay.
I mean, it'll probably be good.
We got the pepperoni one. I almost said peppermint. That would be disgusting. We got the pepperoni one. I'm not a huge fan of pepperoni, but the boy likes it. Well, dig in.
Oh, already it's a Little Caesars pizza. It's gonna be good.
It's just Little Caesars.
Batman shape though.
All right. You gonna try the calzone too?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a Little Caesars pizza. It's really good.
It's cold because we got it a long time ago now.
It's good though.
Mm-hmm. We screwed around so long setting all this garbage up that our pizza's cold. But cold pizza's good, right?
I mean, I'll eat it.
Mm-hmm. Are there people walking by? I thought I heard voices. I really did think I heard voices. Did you?
I think we might need to call a Ghostbuster.
Or a psych ward.
Or a Demon Slayer.
Yikes. No, do you hear voices?
Oh, that's Dad's
Oh,
TV.
it's Dad's TV. Oh my God. I'm like, no, I really am hearing voices.
No, it's just Dad watching TV in the other room. No. Pizza. I mean, it's pizza. It's good.
Right. It is good. Quality. I like Little Caesars.
Little Caesars makes like the best pizza, to be honest.
People talk trash about Little Caesars, but
it's good.
I like it. This dog likes it.
Fine, you can eat this crust.
Now she'll never leave us alone.
Or this crust does. Anyways,
So the Batman. What are your thoughts?
good. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Warning: if you don't like hearing F-bombs, there's one.
There's only one.
Yeah. Remember in the very beginning of the movie with the police officer?
I don't actually. Look. Swear words don't really stand out to me because I hear them all the time. You're a kid, so they're gonna stand out to you more, right?
I still hear them.
How do you hear them all the time?
I sort of am sitting right next to the reason I'm hearing them all the time.
Okay, so here's the thing. A lot of people don't like. Okay, first of all, when he was a wee tiny little child,
You never swear near me.
I never swore around him.
When I was
Never.
When I was like 1 to 4, you never. No, like 1 to 6.
But He's old enough to
know
understand
that-
it's just a word.
And I know I'm not supposed to say it.
And we only say certain words and under certain context.
Like,
He doesn't hear all the bad words.
I doubt I even know most of the bad. I doubt I've ever heard
You better not.
most of them.
How would you hear them?
I don't know.
He doesn't know the C words or like any graphic body part dirty words. We don't talk about that.
Lily.
He's embarrassed.
Get Lily though. She's like, give me food.
Yeah, she likes food. So that pizza is delicious. I mean, it's Little Caesar.
So what do you want to talk about Batman?
First thing you did there.
It's kind of a mess. Sorry.
Every single one of these that we do is an absolute mess.
Now apparently people like watching them.
I don't know if people do or not. I really don't. I have no concept of are we wasting our time or not.
Please,
Because-
people, tell us if you guys enjoy watching our videos.
but we're having fun. So
I mean,
that's,
that's all that really
we're
matters.
spending time together and
And
we're
we're
having fun.
Eating food and talking about them.
And we have this weird memory that we'll have forever of us acting stupid together
while eating pizza.
while
and
eating
talking about
pizza
the
or
Batman.
gross gummy foods or whatever. All right, let's try the calzone, dude. The calzone part.
The calzone.
So how do you get it off of it? Is it cut?
No.
What in the world?
It's not.
Okay, so they don't cut the calzone.
How are we supposed to eat it?
I guess rip it with root force.
Oh.
Okay. Take the pizza part. Is it good?
Yeah, it actually.
Let's yank this part off.
I mean, it's good for Little Caesars.
I'm not sure that's a calzone, but
Food.
it's literally just a folded over piece of pizza.
I mean, it's good.
All right.
But it doesn't have pepperoni. It says
Very doughy.
It's good though. I would recommend this pizza.
Yeah, it's fine.
Remember when we first saw it on the commercial? We thought that sounded disgusting.
Oh,
Little Caesars sponsor us.
this is tasty, but it's very doughy.
Please sponsor us, Little Caesars. We're giving you more customers, maybe.
I doubt that this has any impact on where they.
We might give them like one new customer.
Thoughts?
Good.
Yeah.
What's your thought?
Weird.
Agree. But good.
Too greasy.
Overwhelming amount of cheese. Bring that down.
That's kind of how a calzone is.
Pizza time.
Not a fan.
I mean, if you like calzones, I guess you'll like this. Why are people just watching us eat food?
Nobody probably is gonna watch this.
By the way, if you watch this full video, you're a legend. Thank you.
If you actually watch any of these videos, let alone get all the way through them,
Thank you.
I know that it's purely based on the fact that you're my friend and you are his friend, because otherwise I see no reason why anybody would watch this. Okay, so thoughts on the Batman?
I like it. Looked darker too, like sort of like the Snyder cut. It would look darker.
Yeah, I liked that. Well, first of all, mood wise, I'm gonna try to be for real. Mood wise, I liked it because it was very serious. It was very dark. It kind of reminded me of the Joker in that way, and then it was like it was technically a superhero movie, but it was really almost more like a crime drama. It was very like film noir, like the old detective movies from back in the day. And it was very, even if you didn't know, like if you didn't care about Batman or like DC Comics,
You like it.
I think if you liked crime type movies, actiony kind of movies, you would still like it. I loved the way it opened up where Batman is doing like a monologue, and
I like how you can see like through the eyes of the Riddler too, stalking his person.
yeah, I almost said no spoilers, but we already warned people there were spoilers. Yeah, I think that was super cool because at first, actually, when the movie first starts, you're not quite sure if you're looking through Batman's eyes or who
it is.
Yeah, because it could have, and also because there's a kid there, you're like, is this another flashback to Bruce Wayne, like as a little kid?
Exactly, that's what I thought it was at first. But
Yeah.
then after a while, it gets pretty obvious that the Riddler stalking his first prey.
Yeah, his first victim. And I loved that. I loved the monologue that Batman gives at the beginning where he talks about the symbol in the sky and how they don't know where he's gonna be, where he's coming from.
And it's basically just a warning.
Yeah, it's like a warning sign to anybody like doing bad stuff. Like you don't know where he is and where he's gonna strike.
So basically,
that's kind of enough to scare a lot of people.
He literally lurks in the shadows. And then once it gets to the point where it shows those people at the subway in like the clown makeup, like beating up that guy. Mm-hmm. And then the guy looks up and sees the Batman symbol.
Well, also you can hear those boots. Like,
I know.
You can hear his
footsteps in the shadows, and everyone is just staring there like, oh,
like
shit.
waiting for him.
And then he just gets out and he beats the living crap out of them.
Yeah, no mercy. Like no mercy.
Like then there's that one guy in the corner that you could tell really didn't like the group, but was still
he was only like, this was going to be his initiation to be a full member into the group, and you could tell he didn't really want to do it. And the interesting thing about that actor is that he also plays Tim Drake, another Robin in Titans. So that was a little bit like when I first noticed that, I was like, is this a like crossover with Titans? But apparently it's not. But I thought that was interesting that actor was there, because I really did think like, I wonder if this is going to be a crossover with Titans where ends up being he's Robin.
Ends up becoming one of the many Robins.
Right. So another thing that was super cool about it, I thought, was how the music sounded, and it definitely added like a mood to the feel of the movie, because it was so dark and kind of sparse. Like it wasn't super. Okay. Now she'll just trip over the floor. But the music really added to it because it wasn't overly orchestrated.
It was good though.
It just added sort of like ambient vibe to it. And also the look of the city itself and the look of everybody's like apartment. Oh my God, the dog. Everybody's like apartment or their home or whatever had like a very sort of gothic, dark look to it.
Speaking of apartments, I thought it was really cool how the whole time the Riddler was literally just like right there, like right in a very obvious location.
Like if they had paid attention like closer to his riddles, they would have caught him much earlier. Yeah, she's just gonna be here. So just try to ignore her. But yeah, so that was she's gonna knock something over.
She's gonna knock over our entire thing to start eating the pizza.
If she could, she would. So, but that was cool too. I think just the way it looked, like the city looked like a real city. It was like raining all the time, which added to the moodiness of it, I think. Also, I know everybody's talked about this, but the makeup for the Penguin you couldn't tell at all that was Colin Farrell. Like you would never in a million years know that's who that was. And even like his voice, like everything about it, like you couldn't tell.
They did a good job for the Penguin.
Yeah, it was amazing. And probably my favorite scene in the whole movie is the chase scene, which is not a spoiler because that was one of the things that was released in the trailer. But like legit, that scene was so intense.
Like when you think that Batman, like when the Penguin like make that huge explosion, and you think like Batman's dead, but then you just see the car flying through the explosion.
Yeah.
And then like he knocks over the Penguin car, and while the Penguin's upside down, you can just Batman like just
slowly walking. But that whole scene was so intense that, and I'm not like a car chase person. Like I don't find that very interesting. But it was so good that like you're just sitting there staring at the screen with your eyes like I don't think I blinked the whole time. It was so intense.
Like it was so just like suspenseful.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. It just, to me, it was just a really good movie. I can't wait for them to make more. I'm super excited that they're going to be making more. And so Dirk, we kind of talked about this the other day, but who do you want to see as the villain in the next one?
I want multiple villains. First, I didn't know who this guy was till a few days ago. There's this villain that Batman has. His name was like Professor Pig or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like this twisted guy. He's like a straight up like psychopath. And he wears like a pig mask.
Uh-huh.
He has like a twisted vision of perfect, where it's like basically like performing surgery on people and like making him his minions.
Mm-hmm.
And overall, he just gives off creepy vibes, and I feel like he would fit right in with that whole plot.
Mm-hmm.
So and someone else, of course, the Joker.
Yeah. I mean, you always want to see the Joker, but I think that an interesting one because the vibe of the movies is sort of that like old era, mobster, whatever. It might be interesting to have like Clayface, or I don't know.
Poison Ivy could be cool.
Poison Ivy would be cool. But I mean, really, it's all going to be good, no matter who they pick.
Maybe Bane could be cool.
Yeah,
but they've done that for me.
Yeah, I don't need to see Bane again.
Maybe Mr. Freeze could be cool.
Yeah, I'd like to see Clayface because I don't think anybody's ever done Clayface.
I don't think there's ever been a live action Clayface.
I don't think so.
I
know so. There's never been. Imagine
how cool that would be, though.
Yeah. Imagine they just do another Batman versus Superman.
Batman versus Superman, and it's like, who would make a good Superman actor?
Henry Cavill.
Well, a new person.
No, just Henry Cavill.
Okay, agreed. To be honest. To be honest, he's the best Superman actor. To be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like one of those people that finds enjoyment in all of it. That's why I get so irritated when people are like, who's the best, Superman? Who's the best? Like, just let them all stand on their own.
They're all good.
They're all good in their way. They all have their merits. I tend to like this more serious. Yeah, I prefer the more serious movies than the silly ones, but you can talk about whatever you want. First of all, nobody's watching this.
Okay. Another spoiler alert if you're even watching this, which I doubt. We're gonna talk about
Scooch. You're driving me nuts, dog.
We're gonna talk about partially about the Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 over here. That was a good movie, like really good. Finally, we got it.
Give me one, please.
2 of them.
Thank you.
Wait, quickly. Oh dang it! You have to part. These look like Batman's ears on it. The bottom of it. But anyways, I think it's called Steppenwolf Dies.
Spoiler alert.
I actually just said spoiler alert.
Dude. The movie's old. If you don't know he dies by now, that's your problem.
Yeah. I'm like, seriously, I just said spoiler.
But yeah, the Zack Snyder version is like 1,000 times better than the Joss Whedon version. It was so stupid how he died in the Joss Whedon version.
His own army kills him.
Because he was afraid. No.
It's just corny. But this version actually made sense. Like freaking Aquaman's after Superman finally comes back, he like freaking lasers off one of his horns.
Like it's not even a big
And then
deal.
he's like not impressed. But
He didn't say it like that.
he's like not impressed, but then you can just see as Steppenwolf gets up and it's like this, you can just see Aquaman's trying to shove through his chest and he like lifts him up. And as he like throws him right back into the portal at the last second, Wonder Woman decapitates him. And it's so cool though when you can just see his head rolling to Darkseid's feet, and you can see Darkseid like really upset, and as he just crushes his head. And what's even more crazy is Steppenwolf is Darkseid's uncle.
I think I could just eat breadsticks.
To be honest, I can drink this sauce.
Oh, it's so good. No.
Imagine.
So the trailers, what are you looking forward to from the trailers that we saw?
Mostly the scene that you said was your favorite scene with the explosion and like the chase.
No. The trailers we saw before we watched the Batman.
That's what I meant. The chase scene and
No, not the Batman trailers. The other movies that we saw before Batman.
What?
You know when you go to the movies and they show trailers for other movies?
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant the trailers for the Batman.
No.
But anyways, I thought, of course, that Doctor Strange, the new Doctor Strange movie looks really good.
My question is, Wanda going to be a good girl or a bad girl in that?
I think good.
I don't know.
What I found interesting about the trailer is she's like, when I break the rules, I'm a horrible person, but when you break the rules, you're a hero. I mean, if you think about it, that's very true if you've seen the movies before.
In WandaVision.
WandaVision was amazing.
Yeah, it was a great show.
I'm excited if they make a second season.
They are.
They are?
As far as I know.
I hope they do, because that show is great. I really like how, sort of spoiler alert for this one, not the plot wise, but just kind of. I like how they like did it like they changed, like they went from super old TV shows to like modern ones.
Yeah, it was kind of fun to watch that and figure out what show they were trying to emulate.
You could tell like
that was fun.
You could tell that one was like Bewitched, right? It was cool overall. But anyways, back to the Batman. Sort of stepped away from it a bit.
What the hell? Drop my cap.
I just started watching.
No cap. We don't have to just talk about the Batman.
Let's talk
but
about
we do love the Batman.
That overall, that movie was 100%. In my opinion, the best Batman. I just prefer that Batman. I just like that Batman.
Yeah, I'm having mixed feelings about it because I really like Ben Affleck really a lot. And of course I loved Christian Bale also. But there's something about this Batman, I think because he's like, so dark.
And I like how he's like beginning. You can tell.
Yeah, it's only like year 2. He's only been Batman for 2 years, but I like how dark he is. And he's very like, just like no fucks given.
And what I like too is how at the very end when the flood happens and stuff, and Batman's up fighting the minions of the Riddler that did like started shooting into the crowd and stuff. he's up there, he starts punching that guy and rips off his mask and says, like, what did he say? It was like,
The guy said, "I'm vengeance."
yeah, and the guy said, like, oh yeah, Batman ripped off his mask and said, who are you?
Mm-hmm.
And the guy said, I'm vengeance, which Batman was calling himself Vengeance. And this really showed that he was kind of twisting what he meant to do in the first place. And that they thought they were on the same team as Batman.
Yeah. And so he realized he needed to do things.
He
He needs
needed
to
to
start
change.
doing things in a different way.
And then it showed at the end where he was helping those people recover from the flood, like with like the light, and he was helping people get out. And then you can see like the scene where he's like helping that person get onto that stretcher, and they like don't want.
She doesn't want to let
like
go.
she doesn't want.
And
to
like
let
the
go
whole the rest of the movie, everyone's like legit afraid of him.
But
The police officers are leery of him. Like everybody's afraid of him.
But
and
at the
this
end,
person's clean.
and now at the end, you can see that person sees him like a hero. Like like that. I just love how they did that.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see how they develop his character, because he's not like the Bruce Wayne that everybody knows. But I hope that they keep it like where Bruce Wayne is sort of the mask and the Batman is like who he really is, because I like that concept better than him. I don't know,
being like off on his
just
own
because you and I watch a lot of Batman stuff. Like we watch a lot of the cartoons and stuff, and like it's fairly obvious that goofy Bruce Wayne is not who he really is. So I hope they kind of keep it that way and make it more like bigger definition between the two.
By the way, speaking of Batman cartoons and stuff, what if you haven't watched, what was that? Batman Beyond, and what was the other Batman cartoon?
There's a lot of them. I don't know.
I think it was like the other one.
The Brave and the Bold. That one.
I think and stuff like that. If you haven't seen most of those Batman,
they're all good
cartoons. Watch them, especially Batman Unlimited.
Well,
Batman.
You're talking about Justice League Unlimited, I think.
I think.
But the Batman of the classic Batman.
Batman Beyond, I mean.
Yeah, that's the one with Terry.
Yeah, and it's like in the future.
Yeah,
that's
a good one too.
Mom, by the way, in that Batman game I play, the suit that's Batman Beyond.
Cool.
That's like one of my main. Anyways, back to.
No, that's cool.
You want to talk about the Batman video game?
If you want.
Okay. Anyways, so I'm going to talk about this Batman video game I have on my Xbox. I don't know why, but I am. Well, because it's Batman. But anyways, I haven't finished the story yet. I'm not even close because it's like super long. But I'm at the point where it's like Arkham is like I forgot the guy's name, but this guy like takes over Arkham City, builds a giant wall between Gotham and Arkham City. And like they trap every single prisoner in Arkham City, and it's just like a free for all for them. And like you can see side by side Batman, like in the game, you can see over the wall. You can just see Gotham, which is like looking very nice. And what I find cool is you can see Wayne Tower on there. And and Batman, for some reason, because this is at a time where cops don't like him really. And Batman basically gets sent into Arkham. And it's basically just a bunch of crazy things. Like eventually the Joker bombs like a church or something. Like it explodes the entire thing while Batman's in there trying to kill him. And like it's just pretty much crazy.
You know, another thing I liked in this movie is that Batman's parents weren't like sane. They had problems. Like his mother was suicidal. She was like, I think she was a drug addict or something. She had problems with drugs, maybe from her psych meds or something like that. I can't remember. We've only seen it once, so I haven't committed the whole thing to memory yet. But his dad made some bad choices. I won't spoil everything. But his parents, but still. But his parents weren't like saintly.
They weren't.
And so that was another thing that was hard for him, because he found out that his parents were flawed.
And
So that was another thing for him to like wrestle with.
Because like in all the other Batman movies, it looks like his parents are just perfect people.
Yeah, like they're philanthropists, dad's a doctor. They're all like doing all these wonderful things for the city. And in this one they made some bad choices.
You know what's a great Batman movie? It's probably called where it's like where most of the movie is like his origin story and like his training and stuff.
Yeah, that's the first one with Christian Bale.
Isn't that a great?
I think that's the first one.
I think it was like called Batman Begins, wasn't it?
I don't know. I don't remember. I'm just like Batman. It's just
Batman.
Batman. The Batman was Christian Bale. The one with Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he's like training and stuff.
Is that Batman Begins?
I think, and like you can see his origin story and stuff, like how he becomes Batman and stuff.
Or Dark Knight? I don't remember.
After like
I don't remember what they're
after
all
like
called.
like after they are watching that thing in the theater, Batman Bruce Wayne gets bored and wants to go home. I think it was.
Oh yeah.
And then they walk through the alleyway, and then the big meanie man comes up and shoots them.
Or is that Batman versus Superman? Because that happens in Batman versus Superman too.
I meant the
right?
one that's a solid Batman movie.
No.
Confusing.
One was Christian Bale. They're all good. I haven't seen those in a long time.
Actually, not too long.
My stomach's gurgling. Did you hear that growl? It's
I just heard
growling.
it.
It's like, why did you put that grease in me?
Thank you for watching this.
Yeah, we know we're weird. This is probably so boring.
I mean, this is like normal behavior for us.
Yeah. We're not entertaining all the time. Or maybe ever. Right?
Batman. Nah. Anyways, these guys are super cool.
Do it.
No.
Don't do it. Oh, is he gonna do it? But if you're gonna do it, aim it that direction.
It's like
He has this kid in his class. Don't say names.
We're not gonna say names.
But tell
He
about
farts.
on purpose.
Sometimes he sharts.
On purpose. Do
Sometimes
you think he does it on purpose?
Yes, he does. I don't think he sharts on purpose. I think he's like, oh, I'm gonna poop myself.
You just forces one out, and sometimes you shouldn't trust it, right?
Sometimes it gets a bit too juicy.
Ew. A little saucy.
Let's stop. No, it's like chocolate sauce.
Gross.
If I give you pizza, will you shut up?
I like these. That's exactly why she's barking. But it's funny because you'll tell me, I'll pick him up from school and I'll always say, so what's the drums?
Like
What
fifth
happened
grade
today?
drama.
What's the 5th grade drama today? And he'll be like, so-and-so farted again in class. And I'm always like, what does a teacher do?
We'll just rename him. We'll just call him Billy.
Yeah. So I'm always interested in what the teacher's reaction is to this.
My one teacher, not saying her name, my writing teacher though, she just most of the time just stares and I'm like, really? Seriously.
Like, really? Does any of them get mad?
Sometimes they're like, sometimes you have to learn manners.
Yeah. But he knows manners. He chooses to ignore them.
Does he know manners? Sometimes he's like,
He burps too.
yes, he burps. Sometimes, I bet someday he's gonna puke.
What other 5th grade drama is going on?
I don't know.
Nothing?
Nothing really besides the average weekly shark.
We've been on spring break. Oh, let's talk about our spring break.
Oh yeah.
So we've been on spring break this week. Well, he has. Mike and I still work. We had Monday and Tuesday off. Mike and I still worked. We had Monday and Tuesday off, but we went to Sedona. We went on one of those pink Jeep tours. to the,
Vortex.
are you gonna puke? We went and saw the vortexes. I didn't really feel anything, but it was hard because you're sort of distracted by the fact that there's other people there. So you kind of like can't really focus. Plus, I don't know if I mean the whole time you're in Sedona, it feels like Sedona itself is just so beautiful that you kind of feel already sort of like you're in a magical place. But it's hard to, you want to kind of be able to sit and just be quiet and soak it all in. But you can't really do that when you're on a tour because there's other people there and they're like telling you about the place and showing you stuff. And it was hard. It was cold.
I wore 3 jackets.
Yeah, it was chill. I had 2 pairs of pants on. What else did I have on? A shirt and a hoodie. Because we don't have. He has a winter coat, but Mike and I don't have winter coats because we live in Arizona.
Whenever you say Mike and I, it sounds so close to Mike and I.
Yeah.
Like the candy.
But it was cold. It was nice though. What else?
That's fun.
What else did we do on spring break?
We went to
we walked around Tempe.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Tempe in a while, so we walked around Tempe.
We went to Gilbert Riparian.
We went to Gilbert Riparian Park.
I doubt any of you know what that is.
I got sunburnt.
We saw a bunch of animals.
Oh, at the park, yeah. Bunnies and a bunch of different kinds of birds.
Remember those ducks?
Yeah.
Like the boy and girl that we were feeding granola bar to?
Yeah, we've had some mallards. Today we went to the Arizona gem shop and we bought a bunch of cool selenite.
Then we went to we made witch balls.
We made witch balls and we put like different kinds of selenite and we also
made up a new thing, witch jars.
Yeah.
Where you buy a little jar.
And they're not witch. They're not witchy. They're just balls in jars with like cool flowers and
things in it.
Rocks.
Like there'll be like a crystal and like some moss in there and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't even bring
and dried flowers.
Jars to show.
Yeah. No, don't knock the pizza. Ooh, it's gonna. Is it falling? No.
Don't move it anymore.
But yeah, we're just making these cool balls.
Oh crap.
With dried flowers and crystals and rocks and sticks.
A lot of this stuff you can go outside and find.
Yeah.
Found mine. So can we change the color so you can see it better?
I suppose. White.
Okay, anyways, so you can see here, it's just sort of like a jar with like random stuff in it, like natural materials. Overall, it just looks cool. It's like the same with the witch balls.
Mm-hmm. Stop giggling every time you say balls. 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 But yeah, so what else did we do? That's kind of it.
We saw
the Batman. We don't need to talk about depression. I didn't see it.
No, I didn't. Oh, Dad.
Yeah, apparently a coyote got a cat in our neighborhood. It's not funny. Why are you laughing?
I was thinking of witch balls.
I'm gonna say, I'm like, you better not be laughing about that. It's horrifying.
I know, the poor thing. Let's stop talking.
People like let their cats run loose here, and then they get mad when coyotes get them, and it's like, don't let your cats run loose here because they will get eaten by a coyote. But anyways, they went for a walk this morning and saw one. I'm not sure why that's stuff we need to talk about.
Let's stop talking about it then.
What else? We haven't done anything else really, but that's kind of a lot, I guess. He's eating pizza again. So, okay, review. What do you give the Little Caesars Batman, whatever it's called, calzone?
7.
7 out of 10?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty high. I would probably give
I like the pizza, just I don't like the calzone.
The calzone part is too doughy, and I don't like it. I mean, It's okay. I'm not.
What is your rank?
I would probably give it a 6 out of 10.
Overall, a bit of.
I'm not a pepperoni person, so I think if it was just cheese, I would be happier with it. But honestly, breadsticks 10 out of 10. Sauce 10 out of 10.
I can drink the sauce.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm not sure.
Whatever.
What else do we got to talk about? Do we have anything? What about Green Lantern? What do you
He's
want?
cool.
He is cool. We like the Green Lantern. Dirk made this really cool stop motion animation the other day. Did you post it yet?
No, I'm gonna post it on my YouTube and my Instagram.
Yeah.
So most of you won't be able to see it on my Instagram, really.
No, but you'll be able to see it on his YouTube, and I'll share it on my Instagram.
Yeah.
But he made this really cool stop motion animation.
And it's
little Green Lantern Parallax movie.
If you don't know Parallax is, it's one of Green Lantern's main enemies.
He was the main bad guy in the Green Lantern movie.
And basically,
if you saw that,
the Guardians are like the main people of the Green Lantern, where like they run it. And there's this one Guardian who tried to harness the yellow power of fear.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't go very good.
No.
Basically, he turned into this giant being that he basically, if you're scared of him, he'll literally suck the soul out of you.
Mm-hmm.
And while you will die, he'll absorb your soul and it'll like make him grow another tentacle or just make him grow bigger.
Yeah.
And basically what happens, the base plot of it, my movie is there's this Green Lantern flying around and being chased by Parallax. Eventually Parallax knocks him to the ground and he shows it. And what's even worse is he's like kind of like scared and like he's scared and Parallax uses this. He's like shows a little bit of fear. And Parallax uses this. Then as he raises up his arm and you see the bullet start to go at him, he dies because Parallax sucks out his soul. Then the bullet just, not a bullet, but the laser flies to the ground. Like it was so close to defeating him. And then it shows Green Lantern flying around and looks at his ring, and then he looks at them and flies up. Then basically he fights Parallax. Parallax knocks him down. He grabs his tentacle, flips him over. Then on the ground, creates like that base plate there, like the kind of like a wall sort of, and then basically shoots a laser at Parallax's head and cuts his head off.
And he's talking about Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
Hal Jordan.
Because there's millions of Green Lanterns. There's lots of Green.
And then as that happens, he like raised up his ring, punches the ground, and creates a giant explosion, completely defeating Parallax. So you guys, if anybody's actually watching this, you'll see it.
So I guess we should maybe wrap it up.
Yes.
We appreciate anyone
who actually
made it even a quarter of the way through this. Thank you for watching. Bye.